I am Kirby, and we have Nitros here.
That's me.
And we have, I guess, 3 racers for the Oracle of Ages randomizer. I mean, any percent race. I thought it was random. I cannot talk today. I just ran and I just got home and I'm like super tired. But yeah, we have 3 racers here. Dragon, Fox, and Mashi. They all know their stuff with the game, and I've done a few randomizers myself. Nitros runs the game actively, and has also done some randomizers, so he knows a lot more than me. But I'm here also. So I guess we're waiting on them to start from the... Okay, oh, there we go.
They are off.
Okay, so right off the bat in Oracle of Ages, we're going to be thrown into the usual starting point. Most cutscenes have been cut out in the randomizer, so we're not going to see like Nehru singing or anything like that. Instead, we're just going to see a chest that replaces that, which is a randomized item, and also a chest where the harp is normally is. So that's basically 2 really quick checks that you pretty much have to get every time. So yeah, it looks like the first check is the power bracelet, which is one of the most important items in the game.
Second one is the crown key. It's gonna enable us to, or the players to open Dungeon 5 later, so that's gonna be really useful. And here they're gonna be using a function exclusive to the randomizer known as tree warping. It's basically this sort of quick warp thing that takes you closer to the hub of the game quicker, just so you don't have to do so much walking in the beginning.
Yep, and the shop item, only one of the shop items is randomized, which is normally the flutes in the vanilla game, but looks like it's the Tune of Echoes. Which a lot of items are progressive, and if you don't know what that means, it means that there are multiple of the same item if there's a progression, and the first one you get is the level 1 version of the item. The second one's always going to be the second version, and so on. So there are actually 3 harps randomized. The first one's going to be Echoes, the second one's going to be Currents, and the third one's going to be Ages. So...
Yes, you do need to get all 3 harps in order to get the highest upgrade.
The same thing applies to, like, say, the power bracelet, the power gloves, or Rock's Feather, Rock's Cape, in Seasons at least.
Yeah.
Etc, etc. So it looks like we're in the past, and you can also get another really early check here. It is pretty much out of the way, and so it's kind of annoying to get, but you're almost always going to get something important here. So you have to kind of go into the Black Tower while it's being shoveled up, and then kind of go all the way around like 4 or 5 rooms and talk to the workmen in there. And all 3 players are likely just going to tree warp out of there.
Yeah, depending on what they get.
Okay. And we get the Zora Flippers. So yeah, the Zora Flippers is also like one of the most important items in Ages by far. And it is also progressive, because the second Zora Flippers you get is the Mermaid Suit, which is also very important.
Yeah, they're gonna allow us to swim around, and it's gonna open a lot of the overworld. Dragon actually changing his mind, going back to the woods, similar to the other players. Probably the better decision.
I think there's like around 2 items accessible in the woods right now. There's the item in the cave. Yeah, they're both items in the cave. So
yeah.
Okay. So this one doesn't strictly need the power bracelet. You can also get to this cave with the feather, or the Tune of Currents. And it looks like the first cave item in the woods is the Switch Hook, which is also progressive. So yeah, we've got 3 of the really important key items: the power bracelet, Zora Flippers, and the Switch Hook.
Yeah. It's basically, this is like a typical starting item set for Ages. You're usually going to see the same set of progression in the very start. Especially with them getting Mermaid Suit right there.
Yeah. You both want to see it and don't want to see it this early, because if you see it this early, that means you're probably going to have to swim around to the Zora Island area and try to get some checks back there, which is really bad, because it's a huge detour to go there, and if you don't have the ability to warp, then it's a huge time loss if you have to go back there.
So as you can see, the mermaid suits can allow them to swim in the more deeper water, which is gonna allow them to basically like traverse the entire overworld, except for time traveling, which is really nice. It's gonna open up a lot. First dungeon 1 and dungeon 3. I don't know if we mentioned, but it is dungeon shuffle, so all dungeons are going to be shuffled in the seed. You don't know what dungeons they are going to be, but first one is dungeon 1, probably the most linear one. They can basically get everything in here as of right now.
And Dragon's looking for one single item that requires a mermaid suit, and it's also kind of an annoying item to get out of the way, but you do want to check it at some point. So, and it's kind of close to Poke Island, which is where Mashy is right now. Vanilla Dungeon 3, and Fox is on his way there too.
Dragon getting the charge ring, best ring in the game.
Yeah, so rings are randomized in this game too. I don't remember the details of how they work, but they can be included in logic, such as, well, needing to use expert ring to punch enemies. Logic does take that into account, etc. It's very rare though.
Right.
Although no one has a sword yet, so.
Charge ring in particular just makes your spin slashes charge up faster,
which is nice, but there are more meme-tastic rings.
Mashy getting the shovel though.
Yeah, I feel like the shovel is not super useful in Ages. It unlocks like one or two items.
Them one check.
Yeah, one check from Malka Tree. Which check?
The shore check, where you dig up the dirt
that
pile.
one. Yeah. But a shovel is a lot more useful in Seasons randomizers.
Yeah, for sure.
And one more thing to note, in the dungeons, the small keys in the dungeons are also randomized within the dungeon themselves. So let's see, what else? Mashy did just get the compass, which, if you know the randomizer, you kind of don't want to see the compass in dungeon map because they're effectively useless. But there is one thing that's nice about the compass. Oh, Mashy getting bombs. And that is that if you enter a room with a small key or the boss key, then it will give you a little jingle, so it can give you a little bit of intel that way. But more often than not, it's going to be useless. I did not know you could damage this mini-boss with Switch Hook.
Yeah, the Switch Hook is actually fairly similar to Sword, at least on the small enemies.
Alright, so it looks like Mashy is piecing out. He did not get the boss key, I think, so it looks like... Yeah, I don't know if you can beat the boss with the Switch Hook and Power Bracelet. Can you damage it?
You can damage him with the Switch Hook, but you can't get the check that requires Ember Seeds, unfortunately.
Oh, right. Yeah. So now Mashy's getting the underwater check, meanwhile, Fox is piecing out of the dungeon for now, for similar reasons. To note, all the players now have bombs, and that's also a pretty important item because it's used in most dungeons pretty actively, and also it unlocks Vanilla Dungeon 2, which is in the woods, and there's a good chance that these players are going to go there soon.
Yeah, just because it's another easy dungeon entrance to check out, and dungeons typically have a lot of items.
Library key. So, not a particularly useful item, but it gives you it unlocks 2 out-of-the-way checks for you, basically.
Yeah, once they add access to more time traveling with the third harp upgrade, they're going to be able to make use of that.
Yeah, like you kind of want to avoid going super far out of your way in the overworld until you get the Seed Satchel and Gale Seeds, because you want to be able to warp around.
That's absolutely one of the reasons as well why the free warp is so useful.
Mm-hmm. And we never mentioned this, but all of the seed trees are randomized. You're guaranteed to get at least 1 tree for each type of seed. So we've seen Amber Seeds and Mystery Seeds, but because we don't have a sword, we don't have a seed satchel, we haven't been able to get any of them.
Yeah. What we just saw Fox do there was our first instance of an RNG manipulation. So what he did was that he entered and exited the shop. He did what's known as a hard reset to reset the RNG, and then he did a very simple manipulation where he did 7 screen transitions and then dug a few times in order to manipulate getting 100 rupees from the ground, which is going to let him buy the harp. Technically not in logic, because he would normally need to get these rupees from a chest or something, but still nice to have early on.
You know, like, it's not like those 100 rupees would be like super important immediately otherwise. Like, you're not like shooting yourself in the foot by getting echoes early in this case. But it looks like the other harp is in the Tokyo Island that Dragon just got, so if Fox goes there now, Fox is gonna get the Tune of Currents. So the Tune of Echoes, what that does, if you don't remember, is that if you play it and there's a portal on the same screen, then it unlocks that portal, which allows you to go from present to past or past to present. And the Tune of Currents does the same thing, except on top of that, you can go from the past to the present anywhere. But not the other way. Ooh.
Mashy also getting the sword and map the path, gonna be really useful.
So what is this? Mashy has a sword, but no echoes. Fox and Dragon both have echoes, but different echoes, if that makes any sense. Fox is about to get the sword, though. And it looks like Dragon's checking out the Tokyo Island.
Dragon's finding Tune of Ages. Or
oh my god!
On the Tokyo minigame.
Alright, so we know where all 3 harps are now. Nice.
Yep.
So Tune of Ages will be in Logic very soon. And since we have Tune of Ages and the Mermaid Suit in Logic, that means Zora Island is going to be in Logic. Yeah, I'm going to assume Mashy's probably going to check out Tokyo Island as well and do the minigame for the next harp. Fox is doing the same thing.
They are not on hard logic, no. It's just normal logic and dungeon shuffle.
At this rate, I think Fox is going to have a pretty big advantage because he's going to have Ages a lot earlier than the other two due to the Ruby Minute, I think.
Yeah.
The bombs and power bracelets are like kind of nice little base items to check out Tokyo Island because that unlocks almost every item in the area. There's like one item that requires a long hook, but otherwise I think that's all you need. Most of the stuff.
Dragon's gonna pick up the heart ring level 2. Pretty nice ring. It replenishes your hearts just pretty frequently, so it's pretty nice if you're always low on health. Especially when they have free hearts right now. Not a lot of health to work with.
I've never actually used that ring before. I guess because I always get it late after I have like Swimmer's Ring or something more useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of meat.
Dragon gonna do a manipulation of his own here. There you go.
I should learn that minute.
2 more rupees. It's not given it though.
Oh, you got a fairy.
He gets 2 ropes from the ground. Ops the hard
Wow.
reset again though.
So at this point, all the players have cleared out what they can in the Tokyo Island area and Vanilla Dungeon 3, which is Dungeon 1. I'm gonna assume they're all gonna where are they gonna go now? Is the question. Once they get Tune of Ages.
That is a good question. They're probably gonna have access to a lot of Rolling Ridge as well. Given the fact that they have the Mermaid Suit, so there's a lot of checks there.
Yeah, like the majority of the game, area-wise, is open up now. So at this point, we're probably going to see some major route deviations. And yeah, as you mentioned, Mashy looks like he's going to go to Rolling Ridge. I think? No, he still has Echoes. Oh no, he doesn't have Ages yet. I think he has Currents, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this item that Dragon's getting typically requires the Amber Seeds, but you can also just warp in there, I think.
Yeah.
With the Tune of Ages or Currents. So, oh hey, some racing sync between Mashy and Dragon.
It's gonna be the Boomerang. Not the most useful item in Oracle of Ages. It's certainly more useful in Oracle of Seasons, but still a decent tool for stunning enemies.
It can be here and there.
Hitting switches from far away.
You can use it for a few skips too if you want to.
Yeah, you can notably skip a small key in the 5th dungeon, which is really useful.
Have they checked out the tree in the palace? Well, looks like Dragon's about to do that.
Ooh. It's mystery seeds.
Oh, double mystery seeds. You don't want to see that.
He does not have a sword though, so he's not going to be able to get seeds down. He hasn't gone into Mech Path.
Alright, Vanilla Dungeon 2 is Dungeon 6. Pass. So there are 2 Dungeon 6s, just like in a vanilla game, the past and the present. Depending on the seed, you may have a seed where you don't have to enter the present dungeon at all, because the essence is in Dungeon 6 past. But usually you're going to have to go to the present too.
Oh, but Mashi he finds the boss key in the past dungeon. That's really good.
That is very good.
It's normally, in the vanilla game, it's always in the present, but it's randomized so that it can also be in the past in the randomizer.
I've kind of lost track of what's going on now. Carpenter's game, okay. Fox is gonna be going to the Symmetry City area, I guess?
Yeah, probably. Normally you would do this quest with an animal companion, but conveniently you can just hark to the locations of the guys you need to talk to from this Ambi's Palace area.
And like,
something you would be able to do.
If you play a seed and you get the Tune of Currents really early, then more often than not, you're gonna have to learn how to warp into these Carpenters.
Yeah.
Conveniently, there's one check here, which is the Brother Emblem. We've seen some items like the Goron Vase and the Brother Emblem. A lot of those items are effectively just key items that give you another item from an NPC. That's basically it. And the majority of which are in Rolling Ridge.
Yeah, there's sort of a trade sequence thing going on in that area.
So there are typically 2 ways to get into Ambi's Palace. One is the normal way, which is to hit all 4 switches and then swim underneath, which requires the mermaid suit and nothing else, I think. Oh, it's not a way to destroy the bushes too, which takes forever. The much faster way to do it is just warp past the guards using the Tune of Ages.
Yeah. Dragging up to kill the Bishop's bombs, because he still doesn't have a sword. Not in logic, but he's gonna be able to get the boss key for it.
Ambi's Palace is kind of annoying, because there's usually you can get the check that Fox is getting relatively early, but you kind of don't want to get it out of the way. Oh, yeah. Alright.
Very nice pickup.
That's a pretty big advantage. The question is, are Dragon and Mashi gonna get checked that soon? Because that's super important to get early.
It's really coming down to the fact that Mashi doesn't seem to have Tune of Ages yet, so can't actually skip past the guards right now.
Mm-hmm. Not sure what Dragon's doing. Is he getting the chest in the same screen here?
I'm not. Probably. Fox is gonna go and fight the possessed Nehru.
Oh yeah. Also kind of another annoying check, but you're here in the palace, you might as well if you can. And you just need Mystery Seeds and Switch Hook and a sword, I think.
Yeah.
And you do not need a Seed Shooter. You can just use the Seed Satchel. Although it's a bit more annoying because you have to go up in her face. Alright, Scent Seeds in Symmetry City on Mashi's screen. One of the less useful seeds, but hey, it's there. You have a war point. You have them. They're needed for 1 or 2 checks, I think. I know they're needed for 1 check in Dungeon 6. And that's it, I think.
Dragon getting some rupees. Dragon also getting pretty screwed by rock RNG here. Those boulders are very annoying when they are not cooperating with you.
I'm guessing Dragon has it broken to... Oh no, he's just using this as a shortcut to Symmetry City, okay.
Yeah, that's also a way you can get there.
I did not think of that. Interesting.
Yeah, not the most conventional one, but it works.
Alright, so the item that Mashi is getting in the vanilla game is typically the broken tuning nut. We're gonna see what it is here, which is the letter of introduction. Again, another effectively Goron trade quest item. So it's kind of
picking up the swimmer's ring from first reward. Ooh. It's gonna make your swimming speed much faster. Combined with the mermaid suit, it's gonna make you go very fast.
Yeah, that is definitely one of the best rings in a randomizer.
Yeah, especially like with all of the traveling you have to do in water in ages.
So yeah, right now Fox definitely has the item advantage right now with the seed satchel, and he just has a lot of stuff that the other players don't. But there's a good chance that the other players will find something in this area that will also help them out. Okay, well,
Match for getting a gash seed instead.
Best item.
Dragon also on his way to get his own gash seed. We all love gash seeds here. Meanwhile, Fox is gonna go and check out the Dungeon 2 entrance. Which is, again, Dungeon 6. Probably gonna pick up the boss key after some.
Oh no, Mashi's taking a long way for the chest. Oh no.
Oh man.
That's gonna cost so much time. I mean, I don't really blame him. It's kind of a gamble. And he doesn't have ages to take the fast way, so... But you do not want to take the path that Mashi's taking because there are no checks on the way. And there's like one check you can kind of get at the very end of this really long, winding linear path. But if you have to tune in ages, you can just skip it.
Yeah. So it's going to save a lot of time. For those who have it.
So Dragon is finally going to Rolling Ridge, and we haven't seen any players go there yet, so we might see something new here. Looks... I'm gonna check out what's in the present vanilla Dungeon 6, probably.
They don't have the key, I think. He's gonna take the dive spot, though, right beside it.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have that key.
It's gonna be the Goronade, again, another Goron kind of trade sequence item. That's gonna get him another item later, potentially.
Yeah, so Fox is trying to warp into the Amber Seed tree because, well, Amber Seeds are pretty important, and a lot of stuff are locked behind Amber Seeds. So we're missing the two most useful seeds in the game, unfortunately. Gale Seeds and Pegasus Seeds. I think the trees left to check are the Zora Island one, and the Toki Island one? Oh, there's one in Rolling Ridge, too. Two, actually. So
two, yeah.
They might still find it in a good spot.
Still pretty good chance. Dragon doing some dancing.
Oh, to do the dancing in the past, you need a letter of introduction, so... That's what it's being used for right now. And it looks like he's intentionally failing a few dances, because you can fail up to 2 times and still pass. And so if you fail, you can cut down the times some of the dances take.
Yeah, some of the dance patterns are just way longer than others, so it saves time to skip a few of them. It's getting the bomber string, the opposite saves coming.
She is not happy. She is not happy.
Bomber string is actually underrated ring, but it's very, very out of logic, so it's a rabbit hole most people choose to not dive into. It allows you to pull 2 bombs at once, which can help you boost to some crazy distances with bomb jumps.
So now Dragon's doing the present dancing. Wait, is he doing present or past? I always mix them up.
This is the past one.
Okay, so this is the past. The previous one he did in the present, which I don't think you need anything to do.
Nah, you just need 10 rupees for that one. This one you need 20 rupees and a letter.
But you can't go deeper into Rolling Ridge from this side until you have the Goron bracelet, but you can go through the left side. And there are a handful of checks you can get from there.
Yeah, right now every player is notoriously missing the Rock's Feather, which is the item that allows them to jump over gaps.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Would really help, especially for Dragon right now who's in Rolling Ridge.
You can get by some of the areas with a switch hook, but
yeah. Getting a gacha seed, unfortunately, from the dancing, not exactly worth your time. Both those dances.
Does that sign always give you a red ruby?
I don't believe so.
Oh, okay.
Guarantee.
So the good news for Mashi is that he's going to get the Seed Satchel. The bad news is he's doing it the long way. Fox is going to be going to the check for the Tune of Currents, well, the Vanilla Currents, and he's going to get baited by that, but you might as well check it. Everyone's going to get it at some point.
Dragon doing the bomb check, getting 10 bombs for it.
Hey, it's a refill.
It is a refill, yeah. And the switch hook check, a ring that I did not catch the name of.
Toss ring, so bleh.
Yeah, it increases the distance you throw things.
That can't be in Logic though, right?
In some very specific scenarios, yeah. Mostly in Seasons though.
Okay.
It picks up a Seed Satchel as well. That's a second Seed Satchel.
Okay. So yeah, the Seed Satchel is technically progressive. The first one you get is the actual Seed Satchel. The second one you get is the upgrade, which is very good because instead of carrying 20 seeds, you can carry up to 50. And it also refills all your seeds.
Feather. It gets the Rock's Feather in the Bush Room. That's huge.
Oh, that is really big.
That's the only Rock's Feather in the game. Seasons has 2 of them, but only 1 in Ages.
Okay, so Fox looks like he's gonna go to Zora Island, and the way to unlock Zora Island is very linear. You need both Tune of Ages and the Mermaid Suit. So there's no fast way to get here without either Gale Seeds or the Fairy Powder.
Right, yeah. Dragon gonna do the target cards minigame where you shoot these rubies in the minecart. There's 2 prizes you can get. So the first one is a heart container. You have to win the first game to get second award. Doing some swag as well. You'll love to see that. It's another heart container. He didn't save, which is kind of a gamble. Normally you would want to save before playing the minigame a second time, so you could potentially skip the second play, but he's just gonna go through with it, get some more health. Fox also picking up the Cane of Samaria in Sora's village there. That's also a required item. Cane of Samaria lets you create a block, basically, by swinging your cane. It's useful mostly for puzzles, but there's some rooms where you even need it to progress. He also finds the Energy Ring, which is one of those rings that can sometimes lead to progression for you, just because it allows you to shoot sword beams with a spin attack, which can sometimes allow you, when you don't have any other projectiles, to reach switches far away. In this case, though, they do have the switch hook and the boomerang, which is normally more than enough. Dragon gonna find a level 2 switch hook on the bomb minigame here. That's also a very important item.
You gives you like a check in town, a check in Tokyo Island, and well, lets you clear Dungeon 7 and 8, I think. So it's nice.
Dragon showing how to play the game like a pro, just standing in place for most of it. I love that.
So yeah, Fox is checking out the 2 checks in the library, which, again, you do need the library key to get these, so... Yep.
Dragon getting the Bach Brisket, another Goron item. Similar to the ones we've already mentioned. Probably gonna head over to the last tree. And hopefully get himself some Gale Seeds.
I'm actually finally getting Ages. Woo! Okay, so Amber Seeds unlock the Graveyard, but you can't really go super deep in the Graveyard until you get the Graveyard Key, which is basically the dungeon key for Vanilla Dungeon 1.
Dragon checking the dungeon, and it's present D6, unfortunately. He already has the boss key, so probably debating how much he wants to do here. There's still some checks he can get, but it is kind of a risky play to go deep in this dungeon when he already has the boss key.
There's like one quick check you can get, like 3 rooms away.
Showing off some boomerang tech there. Yeah, probably gonna do this last check and then just leave. Mashy and Fox both using Moosh in the graveyard. In order to get to the grave, there's gonna be 2 checks in there that they can get. First one's like 10 rupees. Not very useful. Second one is 30 rupees, so useless grave. Dragon getting a useless ring from his check.
I'm like super behind. The stream's been buffering for me a lot, so...
Oh, I see.
Oh well. Yeah, the Rock String is... I think it prevents crumbled floors from breaking.
Yeah, that's correct.
Meh.
There's more useful rings out there.
Yeah, that, to put it kindly. Has Dragon checked the tree here?
He has not.
Oh, we're
probably gonna do that after these checks.
And this cave area is kind of nice to go to because most of the checks in this part of Rolling Ridge are really easy to get to because they don't really have any requirements besides like a bomb or something.
Yeah.
Alright, Mashy's gonna go ahead and finish off Dungeon 1, it looks like.
Yeah, now that he has Ember Seeds.
He might as well full clear it, I think.
Yeah. 2 checks that he couldn't previously get.
If you find something useful here, then that might help get him back into this race. But we'll see.
Unfortunately, he finds a dungeon map in there, which means the boss key is gonna be in the side-scrolling section where you would normally obtain the power bracelet in the vanilla game.
Ooh, that's annoying.
Yeah. You never want to see boss key on your very last check, but alas, that's how it has aligned in this particular dungeon.
Yeah, usually in both Ages and Seasons randomizers, once you have like 2 or 3 chests left, if you haven't gotten like the dungeon map and or the compass, you could kind of guess that 1 or 2 or 3 of them are going to have something important, well, useless. So let's say you have the dungeon map and the compass, but you only have 2 checks. If you don't have the map or compass, but you have 2 checks left in the dungeon, you know you can just skip them because they're not going to give you anything besides those 2.
Right, yeah. Dragon gonna show off another usage of the boomerang. hitting Tingle's balloon, which you normally need the sword for. You can actually do it with the boomerang as well.
I swear you could do it with the seed shooter, but I guess I'm wrong. I must have mixed it up with boomerang.
I'm not sure, actually. Maybe you can. So I'm actually gonna get the first essence. Yeah. We actually do need to beat all of the dungeons in order to get to the final boss in this, so it's good to get that out of the way.
This does technically put Mashi ahead in terms of essence count, but he is missing a lot of items that the other players do have. So, Fox is getting the old man here, who gives you a lot of rubies. This is something you really want to know in Ages, because eventually you need 300 rubies to buy a potion from the witch.
Yeah.
And you need a potion to heal the Zora King, which is required for Dungeon 7 vanilla.
You can also technically do a manipulation to get it if you're hardcore, but you know, just the little things.
Alright, so what else is Dragon gonna do? I think he's gonna get the long hook check. I think he has the long switch hook.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, you need the long hook to reach these spots. They're barely too far away. Honestly, going pretty out of his way, but it does pay off, seeing as he gets the graveyard key.
That's pretty nice. That unlocks another dungeon.
Yeah,
which
checking the dungeon.
one.
Very nice. Looks like he's deciding to go towards Sora Village, though, before going to the dungeon.
Oh, Mashi must be excited about that.
Mashi getting his own feather.
Does Fox have the feather yet? No, he doesn't. Although he's probably getting it soon, because he's in the same area.
It's on the way. Dragon still being the only one without a sword.
Where was the sword? I don't remember.
It was in the Maku path check, which is normally a small key.
Oh, that's annoying.
Pretty big one to forget. It's the gaseous seed from the Long Switch Cave.
So the only seeds left remaining are the Pegasus seeds, I think. So that could be either the Scent Seed tree in Tokyo Island or the Right Side tree in Rolling Ridge. Has that been checked yet?
Yeah, Dragon viewed it and it was Pegasus seeds.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Like, you don't need Pegasus seeds for a huge amount of stuff, but you really, really want them because they let you go really fast. And especially with the Seed Satchel upgrade, which lets you have 50 of them.
Dang, Fox failing the bomb minigame. It's not the easiest thing in the world without means to jump and Pegasus seeds, so it can be a bit tough.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with all of the conveyor belts pushing him back in his movement.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon gonna pick up his own Cane of Samaria from the Sora Village check.
Yeah, Cane of Samaria doesn't really help in the overworld, like, at all, I'm pretty sure. But it is nice to have in a lot of dungeons, and flat out required for, like, 2 or 3 of them.
For sure.
Yeah, it looks like all the players are just kind of cleaning up what another player has already done, so we're kind of seeing them just sort of swap areas.
Yeah. I've already seen these checks before.
Mm-hmm. Did Dragon do the target shooting game? Well, not target shooting, but the sword swinging one.
I don't believe so.
I don't remember seeing that. Okay.
Because he still doesn't have the sword.
Oh, he doesn't have a sword, right?
Yeah.
He can't do that mini game.
Mashy's about to, though. Gonna see what that is.
The rock brisket is a trade quest item that gives you a gacha seed. Nice.
Dragon finding junk for both of his library checks. Didn't actually know you could save and quit during that cutscene. That's interesting.
Oh, I did not catch it. Which cutscene?
The thing where he warps you to the entrance after he gives, like, the present library guy gives you the item, and then he warps you to the entrance again.
Ah, interesting.
I'm actually pause during that, apparently. Mashy playing the shooting gallery minigame, you only actually need 100 points to win it, so he's just slashing the one pattern where you get 130 right above you, and then slashing down on the other ones, just to reduce some text. He gets a seed shooter, another really important item that you need to complete the game.
Is Fox anywhere near that? Oh yeah, he's probably gonna get it soon too.
That's very unfortunate for Dragon to miss that one. He's gonna have to go back.
He's probably not gonna come back here for a while either, so... Sea Shooter, not super useful in the overworld, but it's the item you get in Dungeon 3 in the vanilla game, so you can imagine it being pretty much required for basically every dungeon.
Yeah. Essentially.
Most important ring, the fist ring, which technically can't be in logic.
The estimate for I believe the estimate for this is like 2 hours 35 minutes-ish. Could be wrong, but that's generally like a good estimate to how long these take.
Yeah, probably 2.5 to 3 hours for someone who knows most speedruns the game and randomizers.
Especially like these three are very skilled, so should be some good times, hopefully.
So I think Dragon has the graveyard key, so I imagine
he
he's
does,
gonna go there.
I think he's actually going back to Rolling Ridge, though, which is interesting.
Interesting.
He's gonna set a save war point first. This is interesting, what Dragon's doing.
Saving quitting is kind of janky. The general rule is that if you save and quit, you will respawn from the first cave or building or whatever you exited out of. Usually.
Mashy using both of his items before getting to talk to the guy. That's a common mistake to make sometimes. You're pressing your buttons too quickly.
Shh, don't tell.
Dragon gonna check out the trade sequence, probably why he set a save point, just in case it's junk, which so far it's looking to be.
Have they checked what's in Vanilla Dungeon 5? Because I'm pretty sure everyone has the crown key.
Vanilla Dungeon 5 was present D6, I believe.
Oh, okay. I missed that. Okay.
Dungeon 2 was past D6. Dungeon
There are
5 is
two
present.
D6s.
Yeah. Dragon gonna have to go back to Sora's village. Unfortunate because he does not have Gale seeds. He has to go the long way. Still doesn't have a sword, so he can't get seeds down.
And from Dragon's point of view, the Zora Island tree may as well not have Gale Seeds.
Yeah. So this might be like this is a pretty big setback for Dragon already. Doing all this out of the way stuff.
And for him, this is effectively a gamble for Gale Seeds.
Yeah.
But no, has he gone there already?
He was at Zora's Village, yeah.
Oh, so he must know already that they're Gale Seeds, okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Dragon has a potion. I don't think we saw him go to the graveyard.
I mean, everyone has like 400 rubies, so I imagine nobody's bought one yet. Well, only Dragon can buy one right now, because the Witch's Hut is behind the graveyard key.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what he's planning with this, to be honest. He might be trying... No, actually, he doesn't even have, like, fairy powder or anything.
Has he gotten sword?
No, he still doesn't have sword.
Oh no! So he's gonna have to go here 3 times.
Yeah.
Dang.
Kinda sucks. Let's see. Oh, but he has the fist ring! And you can punch seeds from trees.
Oh,
I
you
didn't even
can?
think about
Oh
that.
my, I didn't know that!
I completely forgot about that.
Wow!
Wow, okay. Dragon is...
Holy crap!
He's too smart for us, guys.
I never knew
He's
that.
out of control. Oh man.
Oh my god. Mind blowing. See, there's a lot of handful of ways you can get seeds from trees. Like, the Rod of Seasons is one of the more obvious ones. But you can also eat seeds off of trees if you have Dimitri.
Yeah.
So that's another good one to know. I did not know the fist ring worked, though. Holy crap.
Now I'm, like, really interested to see if he's gonna get the potential second sword before the one in Mac Path.
Do we know where the second sword is?
We do not, so... Could be anywhere. But he's gonna get all of the seeds that he could ever wish for. Probably doing King Moblin right now. Along with the check in the basement. So 2 checks here. It's kind of time consuming to do it because it's a small boss fight here, but that's fine.
There's like a mini boss you have to do, which requires bombs and Pegasus seeds, and there's like another item when you fall into the pits that requires the feather and swimming. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a hidden wall in the cave that Mashi was in.
Yeah, they actually changed it in the randomizer recently to show the wall, so it's not quite as hidden anymore.
Oh, I forgot about that, you're right.
It used to blend in perfectly with the wall, which has really stumped a lot of new players playing, because you literally just can't see where you're supposed to bomb. Dragon making quick work of King Moblin as Fox also entering the fight.
Thankfully, it's not the Seasons version of King Moblin.
Yeah. He's gonna get the Book of Seals, completely useless, seeing as the item in the library was useless.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Everyone's doing King Moblin right now.
Yeah.
Convenient.
They're pretty close together. Dragon getting Maple String. I mean, potentially useful if he plans to manipulate a potion from Maple, but he has the Graveyard Key, so I see no reason for him to do that.
That's true.
Looks like Dragon is going back to finish Dungeon 1 as well.
Might as well.
He does have to go to where the boss key is first, though, so he's gonna save some time over when Mashy went back.
I'm gonna assume you can damage the boss with a switch hook, because Dragon's going into the boss without a sword.
You could probably do it with bombs as well, but yeah, switch hook works.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Bombs would absolutely not be in logic, though, because it's a consumable.
Fist ring on the boss.
That's true. You could also use fist ring if you really wanted to.
So I think Fox and Mashy both got Maple's ring, but they don't have the graveyard key, so they could try to manipulate. Oh wait, they already have enough rubies for a potion. Never mind. Oh wait, you can manipulate a potion off of Maple though, so you might see one of them try that at some point. Because they don't have the graveyard key, so they can't buy it yet. Okay. So how much of this dungeon can Mashy do?
Oh wait, it doesn't. Okay, well then he's gonna use bombs instead. I know it works on the ghost form at least, the switch hook. But you can use bombs just as well to get a quick kill here. Or... Oh, you can also use Ember Seeds. Well, we're just all learning new things here.
Yeah.
Small key on the boss, so not worth picking that up.
The ropes that Mashy killed, that's like the one room where you have to have Sun Seeds.
Yeah, it's the only room in the game where it's actually required.
Mashy's doing some cleanup of the present Dungeon 6, but he can't really do a huge amount in it because like around half the dungeon is locked behind blowing up walls and past D6.
Yeah.
I think Dragon already got these checks, so...
He did.
I don't think they were useful from what I remember.
Dragon finally gonna check out the grave, probably, which the other two did much earlier.
And that's gonna save some time for him because, well, he's doing a graveyard in one sweep.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like Fox is doing whatever he can in past D6. I think he can full clear this part of it, at least.
Yeah.
Mermaid suit, seed shooter. Yeah. And if possible, if you want to do as much of past D6 as possible, because, again, if you blow up like a wall in past D6, that unlocks a part of present D6 and so on, including this wall that Fox moved with the seed shooter.
Yeah, it's a really cool mechanic.
Of course, ideally you don't want to have to check out present D6, but almost always you're going to have to go there. Even if they already have the boss key.
I'm actually going to be able to check out Tingle's second item. Dragon did not have any seeds at the time.
Oh, right. So in the vanilla game, the first time you talk to Tingle upgrades your seeds, I think. And then when he sees that you have like at least 3 seed types, he gives you a seed upgrade, and that is treated as an item that's randomized.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, Mashy got a Gasha seed out of it, so that is a type of seed.
Not the type of seed you would normally want.
Nope.
Dragon gonna buy his potion, since he's in the area.
The potion, you want to be careful with it, because it's basically the fairy of the game. If you die, the potion refills your hearts immediately, which is really nice. But you need the potion for the Zora King, so if you bought the potion and you die somewhere before you heal the Zora King, then you just lost a potion and you have to buy it again.
Yeah. which would really suck. Dragon getting a Ricky's Flute, not useful at this point. They've already done everything with the animals. He's gonna find Dungeon 7.
Yeah, this is interesting.
In Dungeon 1 entrance.
Level 2 Switch Hook, and it came to Samaria. Dragon can almost full clear it, I think. You don't need the sword for much.
Nah, you don't. He has basically everything he needs.
So D7 is probably one of the most interesting dungeons in a randomizer because, like, you have so many routing options due to how so many things are locked behind small keys, but there are so many small keys that you have to kind of be on the hunt for, and you have so many options to use them on, basically. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he can full clear it, so he might as well full clear D7. Even without a sword. And thankfully, you don't need a sword for the boss.
Yeah.
Green Holy Ring. I don't even remember what it does. I don't think I care.
It's
probably
like
prevent damage from rocks or something.
You don't take damage from like electricity or something. It's actually pretty useful against Onyx and Seasons, because you won't take damage on the crystal, but obviously that's a different game.
That's true. Didn't know that.
Getting Ricky's gloves after getting Ricky's flute.
Actually finally getting his skill seats. Must be happy about that. There is like one more check that none of the players got in the Zora Island area, which requires, hilariously enough, the Power Gloves, which is the level 2 Power Bracelet. And the Power Gloves are kinda useless outside of Dungeon 8, but they do lock 2 checks in the overworld, and one in Zora Island is one of them.
Looks like Fox is gonna finish up Dungeon 6. This is his first dungeon. Pretty solid.
Dragon is on the way to fight the mini-boss of the dungeon, which is really good to do early in D7 because it gives you a war point. And there's also an item behind the mini-boss. There's a lot of opportunities in D7 for you to save scum a small key, so like you can save before you use a small key that locks the chest, check out the chest. If it's not something you want or need, then you can just quit and save that key for something else. So I imagine he's going to do that for the item that passes mini-boss.
He's also having to fight him a bit weird, since he doesn't have a sword, so he's dropping Sen Seeds to stun him, and then using his level 2 switch hook to damage him.
Wow, I didn't know you could drop Sen Seeds to damage him.
If you drop it on his like glowing thing, it damages him, but otherwise it stuns him.
That just looks horrible. But it's Dragon.
Yeah, it's kind of rough, especially like it's hard to hit him sometimes without taking a lot of hits for it. He is a bit low on health, but should hopefully be fine.
He has used his potion. He has a potion right now, so he does need to be careful.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have a heart ring?
He does have a heart ring, actually. Might be an idea to put that on, but it's only one hit away anyway, so he's good. He makes it out alive. Here's an instance of trying to conserve a key. Gonna probably save before picking up this check. If it's useless, you can just keep the key, and it's a gash seed, so that's an extra key. Oh, okay, well he saved. He accidentally takes damage from the jellyfish, which used up his potion, but luckily he saved before, so you can just reset and go right back.
Yeah, those jellyfish hurt. I think they do a full heart if you zap yourself.
Yeah, that's one of the times where Green Holy Ring's ideal. I think he has boomerangs, so he could just get a fairy here. But he opts not to. True speedrunner.
So yeah. Mashy and Fox are getting checks that we've already seen. So the uncharted territory going on right now is Dragon Screen. And he has 3 small keys. I think that's enough to at least check everything in this upper area.
He does need
needs
one more. Yeah.
For the final chest.
This is one of those instances where having a compass is pretty good, because you can hear sometimes if it's the last item is just a self-locked small key.
Right, because this hallway is kind of notorious for requiring like 4 small keys in a row, and I think it leads to the vanilla boss key.
Now he has enough keys, so let's see what it is.
Did he save, or does it not matter?
It's a compass, which you would normally not want to take. I don't know if he saved recently. He might want to check the other check first. Either way, there's not too much things to unlock with keys at this point, so wasting those doesn't really matter too much.
Oh, that's true.
Dungeon map, so boss key probably gonna be in one of the checks that you need level 3 for. Yeah, the gimmick of Jabu is that you change the water level all the time, and that's an interesting thing with the randomizer, because if you exit the dungeon in the randomizer, you actually always reset the... If you re-enter the dungeon, rather, you always reset the level back to the middle one, which is normally not the case in vanilla, but it allows you to skip some of the water level changing, which is pretty speedy.
Oh, found a boss key. There are like 2 or 3 more checks he hasn't gotten. Like there's one in a big box and one that... Oh, he's getting the one I'm thinking of right now. And there's a mold worm room too, but one of those has to have a small key, so there's a good chance he might just peace out and fight the boss.
Yeah, looks like that's what his plan is. And Fox has also found his way into Dungeon 7, so probably gonna take a similar route to Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Except he has a sword for the mini boss, so that's nice.
Yeah.
I forgot what this boss's name is. It's like Plasma something. Plasma something.
Plasma Arena.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just wait for it to shoot an energy ball, then switch with it. Have it damage itself. Nothing fancy. No real way to speed it up, besides waiting. Ooh.
It's the fairy powder. Can allow him to clean the seas and get another check.
Mm-hmm. The fairy powder is effectively a dungeon key for vanilla Dungeon 7 because you need the fairy powder to clean the sea, which is required to get to Jabu Jabu.
Yeah.
Vanilla Jabu Jabu. But it's also just very nice because it makes it much easier to traverse the seas.
Seems like Dragon is gonna want to check the lower level water checks. There's 2 of them. Box check and the Kane Samaria puzzle.
I think there's like one more check in this underwater area that Mashi's in? Or am I mixing it up with something?
There's only 2 checks in there.
Okay, so I think he skipped the other one, but it's probably like a map or whatnot.
Yeah. Gonna fight the boss. This boss also pretty self-explanatory. You just slash him when he shows his face, and he dives underwater sometimes. You gotta follow him. Something a bit weird as well is that when you're underwater, your sword only works on A, unless you're in the side scrolling section.
That's just annoying. Oh, Dragon's full clearing D7, or clearing more of it out at least. This might pay off. Maybe not. I think Mashi is ahead in terms of number of essences, because I think this is the second one.
Yeah, he has 2, and well, Dragon also has 2 at this point because he.
Oh no, he did
Jabu.
D1. Yeah, Jabu and D1.
So they're tied at 2. Fox is about to get his second one. He can also easily clear Dungeon 1, so they're all about even in terms of dungeon completion. But Dragon gonna give in the potion to King Sora, probably.
I think Dragon's next priority is just checking out what's in Vanilla D7, because there could be a lot of important checks in there.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with Dungeon 6 present not being one of the possible dungeons. It should probably be something important.
Imagine if Dragon saw D3. And he doesn't have the seed shooter. Well, you could do the first half of it without the seed shooter, so it's not that bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and the seed shooter is sword locked, so most likely he will have to find the sword soon. If he doesn't want to get stuck.
I mean, all things considered, he's doing pretty well without a sword.
Yeah.
Oh, Mashy's excited. Graveyard key. Fist ring.
Fist ring OP.
It's just kind of unfortunate because the item in the Maku path is like sort of easy to forget and or just kind of ignore it because it's really annoying to get. But it can be an early check, especially if you get the shovel. So.
Ooh, Dragon gets the Broken Tuning Net from King Sora.
Ooh.
Which is essentially the dungeon key to Dungeon 4. So that's one of the required items as well.
Damn, now we can check out 2 dungeons.
His permission for Jabu, so he can enter Dungeon 7, the vanilla one. He also gets this check because he cleared the real Dungeon 7. It's just
that always makes me laugh. Though. Here, let me give you the Zora scale. You got 30 rupees. Nice.
Yeah.
They haven't found a Zora scale yet, which is probably... It's an okay item. It unlocks 2 items, basically. But it requires clearing C, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't remember. Oh wait, what was the dungeon again? I missed it.
We found Dungeon 8, which you can't do anything in with that shooter.
Yeah. D8's one of those dungeons where you just can't really do until late game, because even to go into like the basement, you need the cane, the switch hook, and a seed shooter all at once.
He's probably gonna use Rookie here to get up the patch quickly. That's some nice tech right there. Rookie's flute. Normally you wouldn't. Uh-oh.
Can you? I thought you can't with one
Maybe the
base ledges.
Sounds gonna fall. No, you can use Rookie here.
Okay.
Pretty convenient usage actually. Normally I was not expecting them to even like use the flute at all. But here he finds a use to make it faster.
I've like never seen this screen.
Yeah, you can basically only see it if you time travel normally. But yeah, Dragon's gonna do this short minigame where he needs to push the hard hat beetles into the pit in order to clear the ceremony to fix the tuning nut.
In the vanilla game, if you want to get the level 2 sword, you have to do a big trade sequence that ends up leading you to this minigame again to upgrade your sword, but that item, all the items in the training sequence are not randomized, and except for level 2 sword.
He actually ends up failing the game because he got it. He got a bit cocky and didn't have Feather on, but then he failed to be on the switch like at the exact time where the minecart passed. That was really unfortunate.
That looked like he was still on the Switch. Wow.
Yeah. He shows off some nice shovel tech though, since he does not have the sword.
So yeah, after a few dialogue, we're gonna see what's in Vanilla D4. So hopefully Dwarf Dragon it's something like D2, something simple.
Gonna fill up on some Gale Seeds first. Also check the check that got unlocked when he cleaned the seas.
And so this check that Dragon's getting right now requires clearing out the sea with the Fairy Powder and the Tune of Ages, but you need the Tune of Ages to clear out the sea anyways. So it's kind of a convenient check because it's not too far from Zora's Island.
And also the fact that he had to go into the present to warp to the symmetry tree.
Mm-hmm. Like ring.
Ooh, he warps into the house. Yeah, when you warp into a wall on accident with the harp, you just get sent back. So, small time loss there.
Mm-hmm.
Not really a big deal. Mashy saves coming the small keys.
Right, I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom.
Yeah. Alright, let's see which dungeon this is in the Dungeon 4 entrance. It's gonna be Dungeon 3. Unfortunate, because he still doesn't have the Sea Cheater. He's gonna show off here that you don't need to kill these bunnies, or Pulse Voice rather, with the bombs. You can actually play an instrument, either the harp or the flute, to kill them instead. He ends up getting the Tokay Eyeball, essentially the dungeon key to Dungeon 8, so that's a very nice find. Gonna farm some more bombs from the bushes. He has most of the dungeon keys at this point, just the mermaid keys missing. He has to kill this Moldorm though with Switchhook. Kinda sucks, but again, he doesn't have sword. Let's see what he gets from this check. It's probably a small key. Oh! I never even thought about that. You can shoot the crystal while collecting the small key. That's pretty smart. Normally you wouldn't have the switch hook in that dungeon, but of course in the randomizer anything's possible. Meanwhile, Mashy clearing his dungeon 7, getting his third essence. That does put him again in the lead in terms of dungeons cleared. Fox actually has Sea Shooter, Switchhook, and KNC's actually going to be able to advance in Dungeon 8, unlike Dragon. So, gonna see some new checks.
Looks like Dragon's in D3.
Yeah. Oh, missing the bomb. He has to farm. Oh, or I can use Scent Seeds. He gets the bomb flower, which opens up a single check.
Oh wait, when did Fox get into D8?
Just now.
Which dungeon was it?
D8 was in the, where was it? It was in D4. No, it was in D7. I'm pretty sure. Because Dragon went there and he didn't have shooter.
Oh, right.
And Dragon went into D3 from D4.
Fox can't really full clear this dungeon because you need the power bracelet, well, power gloves. But
yeah,
there's still a lot you can do here.
Interesting quirk of Dungeon 8 is that it essentially has 5 boss keys, because you need to collect 4 ancient slates to get to the boss room as well. You just saw him pick up one of those.
So like 90% of the time we're going to end up full clearing D8 anyways, because you need 5 boss keys.
Yeah.
Making it one of the longer dungeons to do.
Dragon showing off some Siege Shooter-less tech. You can actually hit that, I believe it's a 2-pixel window to hit that crystal with the switch hook.
You could break the crystal with the boomerang too, I think.
Yeah. So, multiple options there. Gonna do this Armos room. Kinda annoying because they're always moving around, but he has the switch hook so he can just take care of it pretty quickly. Since they're stunned in place for a bit when you switch hook them. Mashy also going to go and unlock Vanilla D7. Get into D8. He has same items as Fox essentially, so he's going to be able to make some progress.
I was wondering what on earth Dragon was doing, and then I forgot he doesn't have a sword. Poor guy.
Yeah, there's 2 checks he can get here. Might wanna... Probably gonna save scum his key. Just in case it's useless. Well, he gets another key, so I'm not even sure if he would need any more keys at this point, but... probably not.
I think that's everything in this dungeon now.
Make those mimics line up real nicely. They mimic your movements, so if you just walk into a wall and... basically do what he did there, they're gonna line up together so you can hit him with just one bomb. Pretty nice.
He's kind of running out of tools though. Well no, he has a switch hook.
Oh, and he gets the power glove from the Siege Shooter chest. That's another item that's necessary. So, very nice.
Actually nice. I imagine he's gonna go straight to Zora Island to check that out.
Probably.
Well, after clearing up a bit more D3.
That's gonna give him a bit of an advantage when he eventually goes back into D8 as well, since he can actually... he'll probably be able to do anything by the time he decides to go back.
Because if he goes in there, he has to have the Siege Shooter anyways. So, at that point, he should have everything he needs to full clear D8, whereas the other players will have to do it in 2 visits.
Yeah. He's gonna dip out of D3 though, because of course, he doesn't have the Siege Shooter, so... can't get every check there. The boss key as well, included in that. You don't actually need a Siege Shooter to beat the boss, but you will in the seed. It turns out that you need it to get the boss key, so... kind of unfortunate there.
Mini boss in Fox's screen, basically Aghanim from LTTP. I believe it's not random though, I thought it was, but it isn't. To my understanding. Well, whether he shoots a energy ball or a multi-split ball isn't random, to my knowledge.
I'm not really sure how that works, personally.
Me neither.
But yeah. I know the first one is always an energy ball.
Okay.
Mashy's gonna scale the wall to also unlock Dungeon 4, get into Dungeon 3, which he is able to full clear, like Dragon. Dragon, meanwhile, gonna go and do the second tingle check. Unfortunately, I believe that was the gacha seed, so it's not gonna help him.
On top of Fox just getting a gacha seed. Nice. Oh, that's annoying. Fox is out of Pegasus seeds. There is a room that is guaranteed a Pegasus seed drop, because you're required to use Pegasus seeds for that room, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, there's a
pot
with refillable Pegasus seeds that you can easily farm here. And he has Bracelet, obviously, so pretty easy way to get his seeds back. He's just gonna re-enter the screen over and over to farm it back up to... Well, I think he has the seed satchel upgrade, actually, so he could farm back up to 50 if he wanted to. Just takes a while, so...
Yeah, he's gonna farm a bit.
Pretty good idea, honestly. Pegasus seeds are very helpful.
I mean, like, typically you probably don't want to farm if you're about to go back to the overworld, since you can just get Pegasus seeds from a tree, but Pegasus seeds are so helpful in this dungeon, and he's nowhere near completed, so he's gonna want to have a lot for the rest of this dungeon.
Looks like Dragon is gonna go back and finish Dungeon 6.
Can he clear that? Oh yeah, he can, yeah.
Should be able to.
Yeah.
Or...
He should be able to.
On the key layout, because he doesn't have the seed shooter.
Can you get past the switch right before the boss room without the seed shooter?
Well, you can, but it's like... it's very unconventional. It's some damage boost shenanigans there. RNG manipulations.
It's Dragon.
It's possible. I'm not sure if he's learned the trick, but we'll see. He surprised me enough this seed, so... we'll have to see what happens. Again, if he gets good... I don't remember the key layout that well, so if he gets good key layout, he could just skip that key block entirely. He gets the compass there, though.
Fun fact that I learned from one of the speedrunners, I forgot who told me this, but the quicksand ring, which is a ring that makes you ignore quicksand, unless you just walk around them as if it's normal ground, also applies to water currents.
Yeah.
Well, underwater currents. Which, if you think about it, makes sense, because the physics are basically exactly the same, to my knowledge.
Yeah, it definitely helps in that room in Dungeon 8. Which is basically everyone's arch nemesis in that dungeon. It's like the worst room.
Yeah, heck, I actually kind of don't like having the quicksand ring for that room, because I'm so used to doing it without the quicksand ring.
Right, yeah.
Or the swimmer's ring. Which Fox does have.
He does have it, yeah. Dragon really low on health. Probably gonna get rid of this. Oh, wait. He has the heart ring, so he should be good. There's guaranteed heart there as well from the pot. Something about the Pyro Glove as well that only Dragon has at the moment is that it makes pushing blocks a bit faster.
Oh, it does? I did not notice that.
Yeah, it's slightly faster. Gonna use his last bomb. Oh, but he dies to the Wizrobe. That's unfortunate.
Oof.
That's actually bad because those middle blocks do not stay blowed up. Only the wall actually does. So he's gonna have to get more bombs if he wants to continue.
Okay, what has not been checked out so far? Sea of No Return hasn't been looked at, but I don't really blame anyone for not going there yet. We don't have either Mermaid Key, I think, so we haven't checked out either of the vanilla D6s.
Yeah. Dragon's gonna probably go... After he farms these bombs, he's probably gonna go and get the Power Glove check. Or actually, he might just get the small key first while he's in here.
I might as well.
That's all I can really do in Dungeon 8 for now.
There are a few some checks we haven't seen in D6 yet, so we'll probably see the rest of them in Mashy screen.
Yeah, Dragon realizing he does not have Siege Shooter, so he can't light the torch there. Oh, he actually doesn't get the... Okay, that's interesting. Meanwhile, Mashy and Fox both in Dungeon 3, they're able to fully clear it, so they're doing the Siege Shooter checks as well. Mashy's almost done. He's only got the vanilla boss key check in this one, that he's gonna do kind of a precise jump to get to quicker. It's 3 tiles, but it's not too bad.
Something to note in logic is that the game, the randomizer assumes that you can get across 2 tile pits if you have only a feather, or 3 tile pits if you have feather and Pegasus seeds.
Yeah.
Unless it's like lava, then you can't. You just can't make it because of how hitboxes work differently, I guess.
Mashy gonna go and fight the boss and pick up his 4th essence.
Oh, Dragon just tried to do a trick with the Sensei to distract the guards and then just rush straight into Ambi's palace, but he got caught.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he didn't want to use Tune of Ages because it'd be slower, but unfortunate.
He's gonna try again though. There is an easier method. He's going too fast right now. There's an easier method to it where you can buffer, and you can buffer sword and sun seeds as soon as you enter the screen. The sword is like offsetting how fast Link moves there, so it just ends up timing it perfectly. He's just gonna end up using the Tune of Ages though. But technically, optimally, you just want to drop the seed, wait a split second, and then jump through while they're distracted. That's how the trick's done.
And to this day, Dragon still does not have a sword. He might get it soon, though. He's really close to where it is. And this mini boss,
special upgrade.
This mini boss flat out requires a shovel. I think this is like the only other check that requires a shovel in Ages.
Yeah.
Because there's no other way to get to this room that Mashy's in. I bet Mashy's thrilled about the 100 rupees.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wait, so I'm guessing... I guess my question's going to be answered soon, but my question is, how is he going to damage Varen without a sword?
Fist ring. Because of course.
Nice, alright.
It's definitely very, like, it's a lot more useful than you initially think it is. Just when you don't have a normal weapon.
And, like, the amount of damage you deal to Varen doesn't matter. It's always going to be three rounds.
Yeah, it's always 3 hits.
Yep. I think, like, just punching something does 1 damage in comparison to a normal slash with level 1 sword, which is 2 damage.
Yeah, with the fist string. You can also have the expert string, which does slightly more damage, actually, than the sword, but obviously here they're stuck with the fist string.
If he does not go to Maku Path at this point, I don't know.
It's pretty likely that he'll go there, just because it's like...
it's right
he'll
there.
He'll save the Maka tree with this, so he might as well go in there.
That's the nice thing about saving Neighbor right now is because then you don't have to go through Damaku Pass from the front entrance. You can just go backwards. Swimmer's Ring. That would have been nice in D7.
Yeah. Mashi taking up his Power Glove.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So now Mashi can full clear D8. Nice. I like how Dragon's getting the piece of heart. Oh, wait, no! Oh, wait, is it in the past? It's in the past.
Yeah, it's in the past.
Okay.
He's good.
I was about to cry, but I forgot. The Damaku Pass is in the past.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty recent addition to the randomizer that the small key here is randomized. It used to always be on the chest where the sword is right now. Also, there's another check here. He needs that key, so he probably should have picked it up. Unless he just... Is he actually gonna skip the check?
Is he actually... Oh, wait. Is he skipping it?
Well, now he's soft locked because it doesn't have a key. Dragon, come on. What's happening? Maybe...
a key for this door.
Surely he's going in the front entrance. Yeah, okay. So, he's on the way. He's gonna get the sword. Everything's gonna be fine. Still, that's a very late time to get the sword. 1 hour and 30 minutes in, when like the other players got it after maybe 20 minutes.
He's probably gonna cry when he sees this, because he could have gotten it so long ago.
Yeah, I definitely want to see how he reacts to this. And he is out of there, so... Sword, it's gonna unlock the Sea Tutor as well if he goes to the shooting gallery.
But he doesn't know it, so it might be a while before he gets it.
We'll just have to see.
Yeah. I think that's like the only...
Ridge down.
Oh, no, that's true. I was about to say, there's like only like one real check left for him up there, I think. But I'm guessing there's more. So he's done like almost all of the Goron stuff.
Yeah, it looks like he's on the way to the shooting gallery. He knows what needs to be done here. Apparently, Sword was in Sphere 4, but Dragon is like in Sphere 13 of his other progression. That's pretty funny.
Nice.
But yeah, Mashi's gonna be able to full clear Dungeon 8, which is very nice. He got the Power Gloves, so he can do every check in here. Meanwhile, Fox still cleaning up Dungeon 3. Gonna get his 4th Essence, so gonna be tied with Mashi in terms of dungeons.
Fox and Mashi are pretty close, all things considered.
Yeah, their routing has been pretty similar. Dragon has been very different, obviously, because of no sword.
So what's left that they need to get? Definitely both Mermaid Keys and the Toki. I don't think anyone got the Toki Eyeball.
They have it.
Oh, they
got it in dungeons... Well, I don't even remember which dungeon, honestly, but they got it somewhere.
They got it somewhere.
Dungeon 3.
Oh my god, all these Pegasus seed drops. Is that normal? I know some bushes always give you certain seeds, but... Yeah. So yeah, if they have the Toki Eyeball, then that unlocks vanilla D8. So I think all they need is
another dungeon.
2 Mermaid Keys, I think.
Yeah, that's all they need for Go mode at this point.
Fox is happy to see that. Yeah, Fox is happy to see that.
And Dragon has a Sea Tutor, so he's gonna go in and finish Dungeon 3. Pretty good call.
Are they do any dungeon items? I don't think so.
They should... No, they have every dungeon item at this point.
Yeah, so this is almost Go mode. Just need the Mermaid Keys. Alright, so looks like Fox is following Mashi, clearing out D8 now with the Power Gloves.
Yeah, he has done a bit more of the dungeon, so probably gonna finish slowly ahead of Mashi with Dungeon 8. Pretty close though.
It's funny seeing one of those Stalfos carrying a gacha seed.
Yeah.
Because it's normally a small key. Alright, I don't think we've seen what's in this tile room yet. But, yeah, another boss key, basically, so... As a reminder, there are 4 Ancient Slates and a boss key, but the Ancient Slates are effectively 4 boss keys. So,
yeah,
basically 5 boss keys in D8s. Yeah. I would say it seems like, as you said, Fox is in the lead just from having cleared out more of D8s than Mashi, but Mashi's right behind him. Dragon...
Dragon's
I don't know what's gonna happen with
Dragon. He will be able to finish Dungeon 6 right after this because of the Seed Shooter, obviously, but... After that, he's got some catching up because he hasn't done... he's only gotten the small key in Dungeon 8, so... That puts him at a bit of a disadvantage. I'm not sure if anyone... I don't think anyone has checked out Pirate yet with the Sora Scala.
I haven't seen it.
It could also be a check to do. I would probably say he's doing Dungeon 6 first now.
I think Mashi's gonna try to swag a bit here.
Fox getting the actual boss key behind the big statue. Oh yeah, we didn't mention that the vanilla, the room Dragon just did, you normally are supposed to ricochet a Seed Shooter shot diagonally at the wall and be on the button, but you can actually barely reach it with a spin attack as well, as you just saw. Saves the effort of menuing over to the Seed Shooter if you already have a sword equipped. And now he's finally gonna do the check with the Power Glove, Sora Village. I don't think it was anything too important though. Nah, just a gash seed. Fox fighting the boss of Dungeon 8. There's 4 different phases. You need to hit back his hands for the first one, throw 3 bombs at him. The second one, I think, fire 4 shots at him, send seeds, and then use the Power Glove to finish him off in the last phase.
When I played this game the first time, I always wondered why you had to do like these sort of convoluted, weird, random puzzles just before the boss, but fun fact, they kind of order what you have to do against the boss.
Yeah.
So like it's like, what, your sword to slash something first, and then bombs to blow up a cracked wall, then the Seed Shooter to shoot something, and then the Power Gloves.
Yeah,
which is
it's a pretty nice touch.
Order of defeats. Kind of cool.
You see the Scent Seedling on the heart container, pretty useless because they already have every type of seed, so no point in planning that.
The Sun Seed is something you do not want to have to get, because yeah, it just takes a long time to unlock the seed there, but hopefully you don't have like Pegasus Seeds or Gale Seeds locked behind the Sun Seed.
That's what really sucks, yeah.
Yeah, it's not quite as bad as, say, Seasons, where you have Pegasus or Gale Seeds locked behind Tarm Ruins, but
yeah,
still pretty bad.
Well, Hawk's actually going to be the first person to check out what the pirate stats. There's 2 checks here, one in an underwater cave and from the pirate captain himself.
And in the vanilla game, talking to the pirate and giving him the Zora scale is what gives you the Tokay eyeball.
Yeah. Yeah, so he gets some rupees from the first check. You can also see like the really how broken the swimmer's ring is with that swimming speed. It's really nice. Let's see what he gets. It's just a lame old gash seed. So
Bloop.
it actually happens pretty frequently that the pirate captain has the last item of the seed, but not the case here. Fox actually gonna go and finish Dungeon 1. He's the only person to not have done that already. I'm just gonna leave him with just Dungeon 2, 4, and 5 left to finish. One of which is gonna be in the Vanilla D8 entrance, which they have access to.
Where's Fox again? Oh, he didn't clear D1. I forgot about that. I mean, there isn't really a rush to clear it at this point. Earlier because all the players basically full cleared it. So
yeah. It was basically just Ember Seeds that they were missing. Get the boss key.
I imagine Mashy and Fox are probably going to go to the Sea of No Return after this.
Most likely, yeah. That's the next place.
It's a place you kind of don't want to go. You want to put off as much as possible because going there takes forever and there's no way to warp in there. So if you have to make a second trip to the Sea of No Return area, then you have to pretty much do all of the cavern stuff again.
Yeah.
So if you go there, you're either gambling or you want to just know that no matter what it is in there, you can full clear it.
Exactly. And I mean, with their current tools, there isn't really a dungeon they can't full clear, so probably a good play. Dragon actually missing the reflection. He's gonna have to deal with some more blue balls. But yeah, you see Fox right now playing the harp, welcome back to use the Tokay Eyeball Mashy on the way to do the same thing. They're both basically like close to synced at this point. They even have the same dungeons cleared. Fox is gonna use the scale seats to take care of the kiddos.
This is really close.
For sure. Yeah, Mashy came back really well after having not had the Tune of Ages for a long time in the beginning.
D6 could have progression. Well, for the keys and stuff.
Oh, that would be...
Yeah, that would suck.
Oh my god. I didn't even think about that.
So like D6 present itself is not necessarily required to beat D6, but it could have something else important. Oh, is it? I don't know if it's already heal locked or not. I don't count keys. I should. Too much for my brain to handle.
So, Fox using the second instance of where the Power Glove can be used in the overworld. It's some rupees, so not useful at all in those 2 checks. He's gonna find Dungeon 5 though, inside Dungeon 8 entrance, which he can full clear. Kane.
D5 is kind of interesting in, well, how you can route it out as well.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's so many different rooms you can go to right off the bat.
It's also a really good dungeon that you want to have in Go mode, just because the boss room is so accessible. You can go there, like, right off the bat. So if you get the boss key quickly, it's just really simple road there.
But, unfortunately, they're probably going to have to full clear it for the mermaid keys.
Yeah.
Or to look for it. Which we still haven't seen yet, so... Alright. Wait, D5 is also a nice opportunity to abuse safe scumming small keys a lot, because like there are so many paths that require like 1 or 2 or 3 small keys in a row. At least like 1 or 2 items each.
And I think all players are aware of the fact that you can actually skip the small keys in the boomerang. Pretty nice trick you can do.
Not particularly difficult either. You need a boomerang and Pegasus seeds to skip it.
Yeah.
But it's not too difficult. Even I know how to do it, kind of. So definitely worth learning. Because otherwise I think we need 3 small keys in a row to full clear that route.
Yeah.
Which is a lot. Whew.
Dragon making his way through the currents room. Again, that room where it's pretty nice to have the quicksand ring. And he could equip... Yeah, he's gonna equip the swimmer's ring. Pretty good idea. Speed up this last bit of swimming. Would have been really nice to have early on, since they do so much traveling in the seas, but... Oh, and Fox finds the first mermaid key.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Ooh. Which one was it? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Because we need both.
Yeah. But yeah, that's one of the last dungeons right there, so now all Fox needs at this point is the present mermaid key, and then he's in go mode. Mashy picking up the key as well. They're basically even at this point.
And some of the pots here before the mini boss of D5 are guaranteed Pegasus seed drops because, well, you're supposed to use Fox Feather and Pegasus seeds to get across.
Yeah.
So it's a nice way to refill Pegasus seeds mid-dungeon.
Luckily, they have the cane there for the room after the mini mouse. They don't have to do any sort of RNG manipulation to get the guy over, which sucks. No one should ever have to do it. Picks up the boss key, so he could clear the dungeon now, but of course there's some checks left.
I guess he's foregoing to chest past that room. So I think there's one more chest, but it's annoying to get.
Yeah,
I don't blame him.
Use.
We'll see if Mashy does that.
Mashy also opting to go the same way.
Okay. I don't blame them.
But yeah, classic puzzle in here with the King of Samaria. Not too difficult. Dragon finishing up Dungeon 8. Check ended up being a gash seed, so... Of course, not a mermaid key.
Well.
They could certainly bet on it being on the boss though, which would be really nice. Or even in like the dungeon that they're gonna go into in the other entrance. What's going to be nice is that they'll be able to do the last two dungeons in really quick succession, because they're going to be in around the same location, given that they're both locked behind mermaid keys. Just a simple time warp to get to them.
D2 is pretty quick too. D4 is linear. It's pretty quick if you don't have to check the vanilla switch hook or the vanilla boss key. So I imagine they're going to hope it's D2, so they have a higher chance of not having to look at those two items in D4. Well, no, well, they can access both, and it doesn't matter. Never mind.
Vanilla boss key.
Oh, does the green holy ring protect you from touching the D5 boss? Because that shocks you. Or has the shocking animation. Okay. Nice trick there to finish off the D5 boss. So, the boss unfortunately gave us a compass, which is useless at this point, so... The question is Fox gonna finish off D5 or go straight over to the vanilla D6 location? I imagine he's just gonna go straight to the next dungeon and hope he finds the other mermaid key there. The problem is, if they decide to leave and the other mermaid key happens to be here, they would have to go all the way back to the Sea of No Return, which would suck. Unlikely, but it could happen, I think. So right now, Fox is getting the bomb flower check. Again, effectively another go-around trade quest item. It also unlocks the path to go through here in the past, but usually you don't need it because you can just kind of swim around the other way. Or Tune of Ages. It was the rest of D5 key locked? Okay. I'll take your word for that. Alright, Mashi is going straight into D2 now, so yeah. And Fox is right behind him. What caused Fox to be behind? Oh, Fox got the bomb flower check just in case it had something, so that actually kind of puts Mashi ahead now. But yeah, fun fact, those blue spiky enemies, you can normally have to kill them with this shield by flipping them over and then kill them with the sword. You can use Gale Seeds. Another way is to use a shovel to flip them over as well. So that is an option that you might want to remember if you play a randomizer, because it is in logic.
Yeah, pretty nice tech.
They are right behind each other's heels. Holy crap. Okay. So they're both got a small key. So they're going straight to the mini boss early. You're not supposed to have the Rock's Feather when fighting the mini boss, but you can kind of just go around the back entrance. So you can cheese D2 pretty easily if you have like the feather early.
Yeah. Makes it much faster.
Unfortunately, you can't hit him when you in the air, even with the Rock's Feather. Wait, small key?
Oh, is that the second mermaid key?
A small key.
It is.
Oh. Wait, I'm
in the 2D section.
Ooh, yeah,
there
that is. Yep,
go mode.
Go mode.
Players.
Although, I think they need a boss key for this dungeon still.
Oh yeah, well, barring boss keys, Mashy and Fox are both in go mode. Dragon still has to finish Dungeon 5.
Oh, sync, they're exactly even. By like 1 second. See, there's like a few items that could be near the end of D2. You kind of don't want those items to have the boss key, because they're annoying to get. Especially the color block puzzle. Like, there's also another item near the end that requires a small key, but you need a small key to get to the boss anyways, and if you happen to go there with only 1 key, you have to either skip the check, or you have to save scum the check. But if you happen to reset to save the small key, you have to go all the way back up there because there's no warp near the end. Yeah, you have to kill all the green snakes to move that block, so... Alright, the boss key was there right by the entrance the entire time. Alright. Now, they're both just gonna finish off the dungeon. Guess you can kind of see some style changes, but differences between Mashy and Fox, given that they're basically even. And yeah, they only need 1 small key left to get to the boss, so they can just skip every check from here on out.
Pretty good dungeon too, honestly.
That's very nice, because that means that's 1 less thing for them to look... Wait, not mixing items up, never mind. Mashy is... looking for bomb drops.
Yeah, they're gonna fight one of the more infamous bosses, Head Flomp. You want to throw a bomb. It's basically like basketball. You want to throw the bomb when his face is red, basically. Mashy's actually gonna do kind of a setup there to do the boss a bit quicker. He messes it up. So you can do a thing there where you stand on the platforms above him and then drop the bomb at the perfect time.
Ooh. So I think, did Fox miss a cycle? Because I know Mashy did. Yeah. Looks like Fox is going to be pulling ahead a bit more. But still, this is very close. Mashy, no! Unfortunate.
Dang.
Fox has 7 essences, and now he's just going to go ahead and blitz Dungeon 4, and hope the boss key is not in the vanilla boss key location.
Yeah, and Dungeon 4, it's a pretty straightforward dungeon in terms of, like, chest location, so there's not really much variety.
It's probably, like, the most linear dungeon in the, in ages.
Yeah.
Oh, Mashy choking it away, although he doesn't know that he was really close to Fox.
Let's hope he doesn't miss this. Oh, I think that's too early.
What is Fox doing? Oh, Pegasus Seeds, okay.
Mashy actually gonna have to wait for bomb drops now.
Oof.
Kinda unfortunate. So it's basically RNG. He's gonna spew out fire when you don't attack him for a while. Sometimes he drops bombs.
Fox is gonna have to either gamble on like a really long useless check or mess up the boss a lot for Mashy to catch up. This is basically Fox's race to lose at this point. Alright, so D4, go to the left, get a small key and 1 check, then you can go to the right. And then it's very linear from there. I think there's 2 checks when you go straight to the left. One of them has to be a small key. Alright, Mashi at 7 essences. But yeah, again, like, the check that they do not want to have to look for is the vanilla switch hook and the vanilla boss key. Because the vanilla boss key is like, it is right before the boss door, but you have to make a several room detour and go through a lot of really horrible rooms to get the item and then come all the way back through that same path. So, it sucks. Alright, but yeah, there's not much else to talk about with this dungeon. Basically go mode, just need to find a boss key. Yeah, for those who's interested in trying out the Oracle's Randomizer, I highly recommend it. They're not too difficult to get into. I mean, the first time you do it, it's going to be a big pain in the butt because you don't know where all the items are. After like 3 or 4 tries, you'll start knowing where the checks are. And there's also a tracker you can use that will basically tell you what checks are available to you for the most part, and will just help you a lot with learning the game. Seasons and ages work similarly in the sense that, well, heart containers are all randomized, the seed trees are all randomized, and so on. In seasons, each area season is also randomized, which can affect some checks. And the Rod of Seasons is 4 separate items that are not progressive, but each is a different season. So it's a pretty similar yet different randomizer. You don't have to past or present time traveling, but you do have Subrosia warps to take into account when routing. So yeah, highly recommend trying them. I mean, I personally prefer ages, but that's only because I don't like D8 in seasons. my least favorite dungeon in the entire Oracle series. But they're both really fun, so I highly recommend playing both. I did not know you can trap that skeleton there. Huh. That's amusing. And I think there is also exists a multi-world. It's still kind of in the early phases though, but it does work. So that's a lot of fun to try out. But it's still very early. Like, I don't think there's really a multi-world logic that, say, makes it so that nobody's in BK mode for like more than 30 minutes or something like that. But I could be wrong. But it's being worked on, so yep. But definitely read the FAQ before you try it. There's like a lot of tiny things a lot of stuff you should know, such as requiring you to jump across 2 tile pits with the feather, which sounds difficult, but it's not too tight usually. And then eventually you're probably gonna get stuck somewhere and be like, "Help! Help! I'm here. This is what my tracker says. I don't know how to get this item." And then you'll learn that you have to do some sort of cryptic thing, like having an animal friend break a dirt mound for you, because all 3 animals can break dirt mounds without a shovel. Things like that. So I just missed what Dragon did. Chat's kind of going crazy over what he just did. Oh. Or rather, 2 people are. Oh, he apparently missed the level 2 sword according to Fiery Blizzard, who generated a seed. I mean, obviously that wouldn't be anywhere near enough to catch him up, unfortunately, but that still would have been very nice. So yeah, the level 2 sword is also in logic, because you can use it to, say, break pots without the power bracelet. It's not common for it to be required specifically for that, but it can happen. And when I played this game casually, I always thought the level 2 sword did double the damage of the level 1 sword, which usually it seems like it because most enemies take like half as many hits just due to how the math works out. But the level 1 sword does 2 damage per slash, and the level 1 sword does 2 damage per slash, and the level 2 sword does 3 damage per slash, so it doesn't actually do double damage. It's just very nice to have, though, despite that. Like, you can really feel the difference. So I did not catch if Fox got the boss key. Okay, yeah, he did. Never mind. So yeah, that's basically GG. Just has to finish the very last dungeon, return the 8 essences, and finish off Baron. Boss is pretty straightforward. Switch hook it, smack it a few times, do it again. Alright, 8 essences. Fox is about to finish the seed in probably like 2 hours 10 minutes, 2 hours 15, something like that, which is pretty quick by Aegis standards for these speedrunners, because it's usually like 2:30, 2:45, I think. But linked games are supported in the sense that you can do them, but there isn't any randomization of linked exclusive item, which, and like there kind of shouldn't be because there isn't really much they do for you, to be honest. Yeah, like, I mean, it sounds cool to have like a linked game randomizer, but like when you think, the more you think about it, the more you realize it doesn't really do much besides add 2 bosses. Mashy's about to finish off the D4 boss. Dragon just entered D4, so yep, he's like 1 dungeon behind. Yeah. Climbing out the Black Tower is just running around, try to ignore as many enemies as you can, minimize damage. Yeah. Speaking of multi-world, though, multi-world is supported, but people are also working on, well, cross-world, which Greg just mentioned, because currently in the multi-world's current state, you can't send seasons exclusive items over to an Aegis ROM and vice versa, which, because I think there's like no sprites for them, like there's no harp sprite in seasons and there's no like Rada season sprite in Aegis and so on, but that's being worked on. I think it's being worked on right now. So yeah, randomizer is being pretty actively updated, so pretty cool people there. Lots of fun emotes in the Discord. Alright. Using the Maku Nut, or whatever it's called, to reach Baron. There's like a maze of stairs. It's just a matter of memorizing which stairs to take, and then you'll reach a room with like 30 stairs and with 4 flames, but you want the stair that you want to take is always the same one, so it's just a matter of knowing which one to take.
Mashy also gonna be entering Black Tower, so...
So unless Fox dies, this is basically his race to lose. Well, he basically has the race down.
really good, like really solid times as well. The estimate was around 2:35, and they're looking at like around maybe at 2:12.
Yeah,
so, really solid. Honestly, way better than most weeklies go even. So that's nice to see.
and even Dragon, who's like a dungeon behind and didn't get a sword until an hour and a half in, is finishing. He's gonna finish under 2:30. Pretty sure.
So pretty nice displays from all three players. This fight that Fox is doing is just a simple repeat of the one he did in Ambi's Palace.
It's a repeat, except she also throws down spiders, which you can get drops from anyways, so doesn't really change much.
Phase 2, she's just gonna be flying around the room. You wanna try hitting her with your sword as best as possible. Sometimes she can just kind of stay in place, and you can really like do a lot of damage to her really quickly. He's not getting best RNG right now, though. So. I'm pretty sure if you get touched by one of those big balls, you actually get turned into like baby Link, so you don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I haven't had it happen in a while. I forgot that's a thing.
He is getting very low on health, though. He might want to pick up some hearts. Killing the Darklings gives... they give a heart each, so... yeah, that's what he decided to do. Just one more... the final phase of Varan left, and then it's gonna be time for Fox.
So, Fox could potentially die, but probably won't. He's very good at the game. But it is a randomizer race. Anything can happen.
Oh, he actually misses the spin attack, though. He's gonna have to wait out another cycle.
Oof.
Something that's actually kind of optimal to do there is not hit Varan at all, because that just means she will keep jumping until you actually hit her. And it can be better than, sometimes better than sitting through the spider form or the bee form.
The spider form kind of sucks to see, to my understanding, because you have to hit it with bombs.
One more spin attack will do it, though, and that's time.
GG. GG to Fox.
Very nice time. It was like a 2:13, 13-ish.
Low 2:13.
So really nice. Mashy gonna be close second, like a minute behind-ish. Dragon finishing at B4.
Right, so let's see how Mashy handles this boss. So if Mashy dies, Dragon can still win. Very unlikely, but it can happen.
He does need to clear Dungeon 6 still, though, so...
Oh, he hasn't yet? Never mind, then.
Yeah. But he should be fine. He's got a lot of health. But yeah, as you can see, the spider form, it's like, the reason most people hate spider form so much is that the movement is just so erratic, it's like basically unpredictable to know when a good time to throw the bomb is, so it's a pretty tough face. But GG, that's time from Nashi.
GG.
Hello 2:15 from Ashi, so they're 2 minutes apart. Really good race. And really good times as well.
Yeah. And Dragon still played very well overall. It's just kind of unfortunate he did not find his sword for a very long time. But he did a lot, considering he did not have a sword. So, learned a lot of new stuff.
Dragon just needing one more small key from this underwater section, and then he will be good to go. And there it is. So, just gotta finish up Dungeon 6, and then Dragon will be well on his way. Solid sub 225 as well, for sure, which is also a really nice time. He ends up walking too fast over the bridge though, takes a fall. It was definitely interesting to see how differing Dragon's shouting was compared to the other two, just given the fact that he didn't have a sword. Dragon getting his last essence, just got black tile left. Yeah, I actually think Dragon's routing was overall better in the beginning. It was just the fact that he didn't have a sword that really, screwed him over.
Poor guy. Well, he's wrapping up, so should be done very soon.
It was really, about the items they missed in the beginning, because Mashi was missing the Tune of Ages at the start, which would have put him, it would have put him way closer to Fox if he had actually gotten it earlier. And meanwhile, Fox got both Tune of Ages and Sword very quickly, so it put him in a really good spot. Something I'm not sure whether or not it was mentioned before, because my internet was lagging out, is that Dragon's gonna attempt a trick here where he switch hooks the Darknet through the wall, kinda. A lot of the section, or the stair maze here. Let's see if he can do it. Or he's just gonna take the stairs normally. Well, now I look like a fool. Taking the damage boost there to get through the flames. Pretty nice strat. And just the final boss left. Something else to mention about this phase of the boss is that it's she can like teleport basically as much as she wants, so you really don't want to have bad RNG here, or you're gonna be here for a long time just watching her teleport all over the screen. Luckily that was pretty good. 2 quick warps.
Oop, just in time for the final boss.
Gonna be heading into the second phase of the Ran. He is getting a bit low on health, but
that seems to be a trend.
Right.
I usually have the level 2 sword when I fight her, so I'm not used to seeing it take this long.
What's surprising me more is that like almost none of the players had Feather on, which you would typically use to jump over the energy balls or hurt projectiles.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon just ran through everything, but still fine. Hopefully. I mean, who dies to Varan free? Ooh, missing a hit. You can just barely 2-cycle him if... Or, yeah, you can 2-cycle Varan if you just... If you do a spin slash and then 2 slashes twice with the level 1 sword. Fortunately, he missed the slash, so he's gonna have to wait out another cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but he uses the charge ring. Still not enough, but pretty smart to get another spin in.
We're seeing a lot of ring uses in Dragon side.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All the fist ring usage.
One more spin attack should probably do it. Or 2 slashes, that's time.
GG.
GG's to Dragon, and GG's to Fox and Nash as well. Really solid times. Solidly underestimate, so... Very nice runs by everyone.
Alright, I guess we can wait for your runners to get into this call and join us, but GG! That was interesting.
Hello.
Hi. So, did you have any idea how close it was until D2? No?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I figured, I mean, yeah, duh. But Mashy and you were pretty much toe-to-toe for like 3 dungeons in a row. And then Mashy messed up D2 a bit more, and then that made him fall behind. But it was still a very close race between you two. Dragon unfortunately did not get his sword until an hour and a half in, so...
Oh,
he didn't.
that feels so...
Yeah.
He didn't let Maku path until he saved Nehru after like 1.5 hours, so...
I mean, he did so much
God,
given he didn't have a sword. It's like,
he found the fist ring, didn't he?
He found a fist ring, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where was that again? Was it,
I
It was
think
in
that was on a
Crescent
Goron.
Island. It was on a Goron?
I think it was a Goron trading post, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Or Dragon. But I mean,
Trade
considering
Goron
he didn't
race.
have a sword for such a long time, he still did very well.
Yeah.
I was like especially ashamed the fact that the Seed Shooter was sword locked, but
Oh yeah, so you couldn't get
Yeah.
to see shit for a long time.
Oh yeah, it is sword locked, that's right.
and then the second sword was in D2.
Okay, that was the one item I didn't find. The ND2, and that's one of the 2 items I didn't get in the seed.
It was in the color room.
It was the color room? Okay.
Well, at that point, I don't think anyone blames you for skipping it at that point. So,
Looks like Mashi is here as well.
Hello?
hello.
Yeah, that was the seed.
That was fun to watch.
Yeah.
If you missed me saying this, you and Fox are pretty much toe-to-toe for like 3 dungeons in a row until D2.
Yeah, you
I had a
guys were,
feeling
like,
it was going to be
on the
close, based on how the progression went.
Mm-hmm. Like, you both basically did the same thing in the second half of the seed,
Yeah,
which made
very
sense.
similar routing.
Well, I mean, there's not really much you could do because Graveyard Key walled everything, so...
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
And then the next dungeon key was in the previous dungeon. So you just kept going from dungeon to dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what especially sucked for you was that you delayed getting Tune of Ages for so long when it was in the shop.
Yeah.
The other guys just manip rupees for it.
I didn't even think about that. Like, obviously I know how to manip rupees. I just slipped my mind. Like, I was like, oh, it's not logical at that point. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hold off on it. But it would have helped, at least with not having to do Talus Peak.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think if you didn't go around Talus Peaks a long way, that would have caught you up in the end.
Yeah, and not running out of bombs on Head Bomb. But I'm not gonna talk about that anymore.
What happened? I have no idea.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dragon did get Graveyard Key like half an hour before the others.
He got it earlier than both of you, like, well, a lot earlier.
But I got the sword like an hour later.
Yeah.
I think that's quite a difference.
That is unfortunate. Yeah,
Wait,
GG,
so
everyone.
did you also miss the swimmer's ring as a result, or?
No. I got that.
Okay. I got that pretty much immediately.
Oh yeah, Fox got it really early. It was in the chest before D5, I think? Like, the D5
No, it
ones.
was neighbor had it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I just remember something else important right by the boss door in D5.
That was Mermaid Key.
Okay, that is pretty important. They're both swimming related, so they're basically the same thing.
It also like sucked that Dragon couldn't get the other sword just because it was in D2 color room, so really out of the way, late to check.
Yeah, pretty much.
I didn't hear a beep 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 boop, and I was like, no, it's not Bosky, so I decided to just not get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
That's lame. Yeah.
Okay, do you guys have anything to say?
I thought my early game was really good.
Oh yeah, you were definitely like ahead of the game in early game. You got the Tune of Ages really early.
My early game was really awful.
The Tune of Ages kind of hurt. Well, not buying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Dragon's early game was really interesting because it's like his routing without the sword.
Just fist ring everything. Like, I didn't know you could fist ring
Fist ring.
seeds off the trees until you did it. I'm like, what?
I got baited so hard. I went to Zora Seas to check the tree and stuff because I had 4 checks there and 4 checks in the overworld left. I'm like, okay, I'm going in. I found Kane, that was good, but I didn't find anything. So after that, and like the second check I got was Space Trick, and I'm like, no way.
It happens. It's like, oh, I got this item that's really unconventional. Maybe it wants me to focus on using this.
Yeah, and not get that sword that I missed in the first, like, third check or something. Yeah.
I'm honestly still curious of how you missed it for that long.
Not going for it.
Not going in there,
saving
that's
it.
all.
Yeah, because
When
he
you
also
start- when you
got
start with
shovel
bracelet-
really early.
When you start with bracelet and mermaid suits, that's weird. That opens up way too much of the overworld.
Yeah.
But when you start with
Maku
the
Path.
shovel, like you might as well just go in there right away.
Once
'Cause
I
you
got
can
the
get-
shovel, I went and got the tune from the shop because what I really wanted from it was just to be able to not go through Maku Path anymore. So that's why I went right to it.
Because you can get that item with just a shovel and something to get past the bushes.
Yeah, but then you cannot chain it with Maku tree check, which is really unfortunate if you have to
Yeah,
triple
mechanically.
Maku. I don't believe anyone has done triple Maku.
But like, there's a risk in going to Maku Path too, right? Because if you wait, no, never mind. I was thinking if you go backwards and don't fight a small key, but
Well, Dragon did soft lock when he went backwards.
he did soft lock there.
We don't talk about that.
What are we talking about?
Nothing happened.
Exactly.
I mean, the benefit of keeping Maku Path late is that you can chain it with Ambi's Palace.
Hmm.
You can do all 4 checks at once, while at the start I didn't have a way to even get past through the entirety of Maku Path, because I didn't have a way to kill the moblins past Maku
Right,
Tree.
yeah.
So it was only 1 check, while I could save it for later and chain it into 4 checks.
It's really about those decisions.
Yeah.
And sometimes you win and sometimes you lose.
Hmm.
Yeah, it happens.
Sometimes you do Talus Peaks and sometimes you don't have to.
Yeah.
Did you logically have to do Talus Peaks? Because there were rupees.
No. You could have gone into Ambi's and done everything through Ambi's. And
Oh.
that would have gotten you enough rupees eventually.
Yeah,
by
Satchel.
going into like getting Satchel and then getting
Oh,
Ember
yeah.
Seeds.
Dragon got the second Satchel as his first one and rolling rich.
Oh
yeah, that's why I
don't
did Neighbor immediately. I fought Neighbor immediately was because you start with mysteries, and so I was right there, and I got the first satchel and ambience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it as soon as I got the Satchel as well.
I was thinking about it, but I didn't have a sword, so that was annoying. So I went after I got Fist Ring.
Oh,
But
I did change my 4 check, so that worked out. Yeah.
It was
That's for it.
50-50 between Talus Peaks and Ambi's, and I was like, do I want to do Talus Peaks? Or do I want to do the secret passage to get into Ambi's? And I was already up in Symmetry City, so I was like, let's do Talus Peaks. Not even remembering that I could have just gotten the rupees I needed for Tune of Ages. I didn't even have to do that at all.
Alright, I guess if we don't have anything else, I think we can call it. This was a fun race to watch. It's first time really watching a race like this, honestly. So it was interesting to watch and commentate.
It was
And
really
learn
nice
that you can
time.
use the fist ring in a lot of spots.
I want to watch this back because like we've done weeklies for like past. I've been like doing weeklies for past like 9 months, and I haven't really watched like a restream of it before, so
Yeah, I don't think we've had a restream of the weekly before.
I think we might have one, like
There's
way
like one
back in the day.
showcase.
Like 2018, I think we had one featured race of ages, and that's it.
I don't even think we had ages. I just think we just did seasons.
Oh, I swear we had one. Yeah. I think it was on Zelda speedruns, but yeah. We had way more seasons indeed, but yeah, one ages. I believe you were in it too, Meshi.
I don't remember.
Yeah. maybe it was a stupid season.
He's done too
Nobody
many of
remembers.
them. Doesn't
Yeah.
remember.
also shoutouts to me almost dying to the second phase of Baron.
No, Dragon almost died too, I think.
Yeah. Everyone had kind of a rough around fight.
Level 1 sword, like 8 hearts, I think.
Yeah, no damage increases is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no damage rings. It's just
No damage
really
rings,
rare.
no level 2 sword.
And then like Dragon also died to he died to like a blue wizrobe right in front of a screen transition.
That was fun. The blue wizard of death. You've won in seasons, one in ages, and I got it
Yeah,
in ages.
exactly.
Did you guys see my last hit on Head Thwomp? I threw the bomb in and like immediately he threw a bomb out at me, so it looked like the bomb like ricocheted off him.
Nice.
Damn.
I gotta watch this back. So, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to watch this as well.
Was fun race to watch.
It's a fun race to play, for the most part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
I'm
time for it, I
okay
think.
with everything,
Alright, thanks for having us and setting this up.
Yeah, thanks for all of the participants. Dragon, Mashy, Fox, follow them on Twitch, they're really good players.
We
Thanks for
do
commenting with
races weekly on Saturdays, usually at 3 p.m. Eastern.
me. Yeah, so 1 hour later than this one started.
And we also do races of seasons on Sundays. So there's going to be a race most likely tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern for seasons.
Join the Oracles Discord if you're interested in this kind of stuff. It's a really helpful community to get set up.
Yeah, all of the randomizer stuff for Oracles is in the same Discord as the speedrunning Discord. So you can either check out speedrun.com and look up one of the Oracle games to find the Discord link, or maybe someone can post a link in chat.
Oh yeah, coming up there's gonna be a 5-game relay race as well. I believe there's like Super Mario World, Super Metroid, Link to the Past. A lot of games in that, so it's definitely something to watch as well. And yeah, that's the link to the randomizer right there.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Mm-hmm.